His was a victory that moved people. Not just in the U.S., but overseas. Parties in Japan, Europe, dancing in Africa. His message that night was for the world.
The new dawn of American leadership is at hand.
One of his first acts in office, a promise to close Guantanamo Bay prison, still unmet, but at the time he often spoke about a more just America, faithful to the Constitution.
We must never, ever turn our back on its enduring principles for expediency's sake.
On that, civil rights activists say he has fallen far short.
Now we have an administration claiming the power to kill people without going to judges first. And some of those people are American citizens.
American Anwar al-Awlaki, killed by a drone strike in Yemen, the weapon of choice for this administration, not just in Iraq and Afghanistan, but in Yemen, Somalia, Libya, Pakistan.
We've seen action in non-declared battle spaces because we don't really declare wars anymore. This raises very important questions about what are the limits to this campaign and to this technique.
The administration won't answer any questions about the program, saying it's classified.
It really is a very rigorous system of standards and processes that we go through.
When it came to killing Osama bin Laden, the administration was happy to provide details. Special forces sent into Pakistan's sovereign territory without their knowledge, killed him, buried him at sea.
Thank you for hosting us.
But at a high cost to the U.S.-Pakistani relationship. His death celebrated in the U.S. For the war next door in Afghanistan, President Barack Obama is campaigning for re-election on ending the wars. What's not highlighted, he tried to keep U.S. troops in Iraq, but was denied, and in reality, tripled the number of U.S. troops in Afghanistan. One of the president's top priorities after getting into office, he said, was to improve America's relationship with Muslims worldwide. He pushed Israel to make concessions to the Palestinians. At first, rebuked, the peace process is still stalled. His focus now, trying to keep Israel from bombing Iran's nuclear sites, saying the sanctions he's pushed for could work. The president did use the American military in Libya. He has not had a consistent message for all the countries involved in the Arab Spring. But in America, voters give him his highest marks for foreign policy. For a president who said his most important job was to keep Americans safe, in that, working in the shadows, he has succeeded. Patty Culhane, Al Jazeera, Washington.